Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and a leader for the opportunity to present House Concurrent Resolution 81, which establishes a task force to look at the governance of the board and efficiency and effectiveness of our largest school districts so that we can provide our children the best opportunity to enter the workforce or attend college. Mr. Speaker, could you have the clerk report House Committee Substitute 1 to House Concurrent Resolution 81?
Clerk, please report.
House Committee Substitute 1 to House Concurrent Resolution 81.
Gentleman from Jefferson.
Move for the adoption.
Motion is for the adoption of House Committee Substitute 1. Is there any discussion of the committee substitute? Seeing none, those in favor signify by voting aye. Those opposed, nay. House Committee Substitute 1 is adopted. Gentleman from Jefferson.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. You know, over the years, our largest school district faces many challenges, such as widening achievement gaps, transportation issues, safety of our teachers and children, teacher shortage, and many, many other things. And after talking to constituents and business community, parents and teachers, there is a systemic theme that something needs to change. However, we do not want to take a knee-jerk reaction. We want to go through a systematic process in order to uncover what we need to uncover to help lift up Jefferson County Public Schools. Like many organizations, profit and nonprofit, the board drives the policy. And in looking at a three-phase approach to help JCPS, first, you may recall the Office of Educational Accountability will be looking at school districts across the country pertaining to their governance models, take in consideration the district organization, district configuration, urban and rural settings, interventions, and population characteristics. Second, the state auditor will be updating a 2014 audit report with targeted questions such as costs and expense allocation between administration and classrooms, as well as safety. And third, that's the third approach to this, and that's the task force. We'll review the board's, district board's functionality, policies, effectiveness, efficiencies, and helping our children to better prepare as they enter college or the workforce. By combining these three approaches, this 13-member task force will be able to centralize information as well as pull from many resources, including public input, educational research organizations, individuals, business community, and many others as the task force sees fit. I am hopeful that through this process that the other districts throughout this Commonwealth will benefit from the reports and help with their districts as well. This task force sets out 17 areas to review, and this task force will be appointed by the LRC and consists of legislators, individuals, state auditor, the mayor appointee, business community, teachers, and taxpayers with children in the system. Mr. Speaker, I want to point out that there has been discussion to the superintendent as a member of this task force. And since the superintendent has a contract and reports to the board who will be reviewing and voting on recommendation, and as much as I like to have the superintendent on this, I believe it might not be advisable for a perceived conflict of interest. Therefore, in the current language remains that he can nominate 3 people. Mr. Speaker, could you ask the clerk to report Floor Amendment 5 to House Concurrent Resolution number 81? It clarifies what I've been saying all along, and unlike what's being put out in the media, the task force is going to look at all options, and all options will basically include expanding the board, reviewing the selection process, and then yes, even the children, even looking at smaller districts to serve the children better. So it's going to look at a comprehensive approach and not narrow on one particular, any preconceived notion in terms of addressing what we need to do to help out with our kids and the teachers. Mr. Speaker, by the end of this year, this task force will provide a list of recommendations for the 2025 General Assembly to consider. This list could include short and long-term recommendations. And our mission is to help teachers and to serve our children for the betterment of their future. Mr. Speaker, I will end where I began, with over $20,000 being spent per student per year the outcomes, we realize the outcomes. But we want to help and not hinder schools because we want to put our children in the best position possible for them to excel.